Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new series. Uh, Myself, Sanskriti Kadam, and I am your host. With me, it's
I am Krishi Shah. I am your co-host. We have with us Ganesh Divekar, who is a leading platform architecture mobile engineering at Bajaj Markets with over 8 years of experience in Android and mobile development, iOS, Flutter, and React Native. Welcome on board, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, both of you.
Can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I want to say thank you to Sanskriti and Krish to invite me and share my tech journey and my thoughts about the technical and expertise with you guys. And let's start. Hi, everyone. My name is Ganesh Divekar, and I have holding around 8+ year experience in mobile industries like Android, iOS, Flutter, React, and now recently exploring KMP, which is a Kotlin multi-platform. So yeah, and in the tech journey, I am associated with Bajaj Finza as a manager of platform architect from last more than 3 years. And apart from that, I am 30 under 30 in 2019 as well. And in 2019, I win a hackathon, which is hosted by Jharkhand government, and I get a chance. I mean, I am the one who get a first prize in that hackathon, which is I build the healthcare system using AI ML. And I don't have only experience in mobile industry. I have experience in or expertise in a backend like Kotlin, Java, Go, and Rust as well. For a database, there is some I have a knowledge about SQL, no SQL. In SQL, there is a Postgre, non SQL. It is a MongoDB, Cassandra, Couchbase, and if it is we talking about the cloud, then it should be I have experience in or expertise in AWS Lambdas, and AWS APIs. And when we shifted to new trends, which is AI ML, so yeah, I have expertise in training LLM models. With there is birds, there is like llama, then Langchain is there. So yeah, this is my journey in the tech, and so hopefully it's going smoothly nowadays.
Yeah, that's great. Like, what was the key moment that pushed you to become a developer to a leader in platform architecture?
Yeah, thank you, Krish. We can say the transition from the developer to leader, the shifting from the developer to architect, it didn't happen overnight. As a developer, I was focused on writing a good quality of a code, making that code should be work, making that code should be testable, reusable, and making everything work fine. But when I gain more experience as a developer side, after that I realize the application, whatever it should be, Android or iOS, that should be a success on large scale only the way if you are know the architecture.
Hmm.
It's not only the architecture, but there is a very key important area, which is the architecture. Sorry, architecture. The difference part of the system communication work together. We need to understand in that. Then, and was the just as important as a code itself. At a cipher, I got a chance to work on a project where I had to think about not just a one part of a system, but the entire platform. And this shift is a thinking about a scale, it is a thinking about a data flow, it is a thinking about a user experience, and that is the push to me from transition from a developer to platform architect.
Hmm. Right. Like it's really very amazing about your journey from just being a just an amazing tech leader in mobile development, and you have been achieved a lot of all those experiences throughout your journey. And yeah, so my question to you is like, can you name some project which is, and also can you talk about it in bit detail where these technologies, whatever you have learned, came handy?
Yeah, like the in mobile technology, there is a Android,
Hmm.
iOS, Flutter and React. It is a cross-platform, and native Android and iOS. It is a native development.
Hmm.
So, if we're talking about the standout project or where this technology I used, there is a number of applications which I used these technologies. But personally, when I talk about, there is a one project that really stand out is a Glow Reel app. Okay, so the Glow Reel, it is a video feature where user can engage with the content through the short video, engaging with the content video, which is a similar type of our social media platform.
Hmm.
Like if you're talking about Instagram or share chat and other application as well. So we build it using a combination of technology like Android native for the performance, because whenever we go for the cross platform, there is a some point of a performance issue. It's not a bigger challenge, but yeah, it is a some point I'm saying. And so for the combination of technology use, Android for a native performance, React native for the cross platform support, and web view for a display the web content within an application. So that web content available on website as well and view mobile as well. So it will be one app features such a kind
Hmm.
of way. So the backend was powered by the Node.js to ensure whatever we could handle the growing number user, because we cannot say anyone app developer or anyone cannot say how much user you can grow single day. Sometime it will be millions and sometime it will be one user only. So we need to handle the scalability. So Gloril eventually reach over 10 millions user, and we work on caching, then optimize the performance, then using a Cloudflare to speed up, and load time must be faster. So yeah, that is the one which I get want to talk about the Gloril.
So, like, as you spoke about glow reels, how
Right.
did you scale it to 10 million users? Like, what was your approach in making it such a big success?
Hmm.
Yeah. So scaling Gloril was a it's not like a one night thing which we scaled. Okay, there is a step by step process we ensure and we go through it. First thing we did the implementation of a caching for the
Hmm.
different level in the context. There is Android side and using the service worker as well. Once the caching says that if you saw the reel na, we never hit a server again to for the same reel. There is a stored reel in cache. So cache, it will be similar way allowed us to store frequently used data locally, which reduce the number of hit or fetch the data from a server. Then improve the load time for a user.
Hmm.
So the video it is in locally, so load time it is very fast for you.
Yeah.
So we also integrate Cloudflare, and that will be help us to distribute the traffic across the server. Suppose you have only one server and you are load on that server, so whenever number of user are come on single server, it will be choke or it will be heavily loaded. then it
Hmm.
will start performing slow. So for Cloudflare, it is come to the picture where traffic can distributed into the different server, and also preventing any one server being not overloaded or overloaded, we can say. On the backend side, as I mentioned, there is a Node.js and a
Hmm.
Express as well, that will be handled to large volume of the request. Whatever request, it is a 10 million or 6 million or 2 millions, it will be monitoring and optimize the API performance was crucial as a user whenever it's growing fastly. So these
Hmm.
are the things which we always handle or which will deal step by step to increase or scale the glory lab.
Wow, like the whole architecture, whatever you have discussed here, it just works like this, like for all the servers or only for the glow reel part.
No, the architecture, it is a totally depending upon the as per the requirement of that product.
Hmm.
So whatever you can take example. Okay, in a social media, you can see a similar kind of a videos. Okay, you can see any kind of video, and that will be stored into the locally. That's fine. Okay,
Hmm.
but if you're talking about a fintech, you check the your account balance 10 or 1 day ago, which is at X amount. So
Hmm.
are you interested, say that account balance into the local DB and say some kind of balance in next day as well? No, you are not interested. That time you need a real time data. Okay,
Okay.
so that time real time database or the thing requirement get changed. We cannot do a caching for there. So as per the requirement, we are design architecture.
Hmm. Okay.
Mm, s-
So I have a question for you. Like, can you tell us more about your national level hackathon win, and also what made your project unique? And not only that, what did being on India's 30 under 30 list mean for your career?
Yeah, sure. So here is the, as I mentioned, there is a I get a chance to participate in Jharkhand hackathon,
Hmm.
and so the hackathon was an intense, but some of the time it will be rewarding experience. In it's not only the any just hack an Jharkhand hackathon, but if you participate in any hackathon, it is intense because it is a 24 hours of you have, and you need to build a system in 24 hours. So it is little bit intense, but sometimes it will be rewarding because you get a uh, recognition, you get uh, that system built in 24 hours, that will be get sometime it will be get implemented because that is
Hmm.
the prototype. It's not a
Yeah.
whole system. So sometime it will be get implemented. So
Hmm.
our team built the healthcare recommendation system using a machine learning. The idea was to help a doctor and make a better treatment decision by analyzing a patient data in a real time.
Wow.
So what made our project stand out was the use of real time data analytics.
Hmm.
We didn't use a just create a static system. It was a dynamic, which means that whenever you have a data of a old patient, okay, but
Yeah.
what comes the data, you don't have a data of any patient, like you consider a new patient data.
Hmm.
Okay, so system could be update its recommendations on the fly. Okay, and we build the entire system in a less than 24 hours, and which made a challenging, but it's feel rewarding when we get recognized, and that system get implemented into the Jharkhand by the Jharkhand government, because
Hmm.
there is some tribal area as well. So the things get implemented there. And your second interesting question was the 30 under 30 and how they impacted into the my career.
Yeah.
So it was a increment incredible honor, we can say, beginner name in the 30 under 30 list, and that was a big milestone for me. It validated all the hard work I had put in over the few years.
Hmm.
And more than anything, it opened up lots of new opportunity. And I got invited number of platform events and collaboration, and take on leadership roles that I might not have or had access to
Hmm.
otherwise. So it also gave me the confidence to push myself further, and knowing that the work I was doing or I was making in real impact. But beyond the personal recognition, it just get a personal recognition, 30 under 13, get awards and things.
Hmm.
But the beyond personal recognition, it reminded me that success in a tech is about a teamwork and solving real time or solving a real world problems. So that's motivate, and that is the impact in my career whenever I goes to means get recognized by the 30 under 30 list.
That's great. So, what were the challenges that you faced while scaling the platforms in Bajaj Finance as well as in uh, Glovi as well?
Yeah, in a Bajaj and before Bajaj there is a Cypher, and if you're talking about Goril, so one of the biggest challenge was maintaining a performance as a platform grew. Okay, so when you start with small user base, like you have a 10 or 1,000 of user, it is easy to make sure everything runs smoothly
Hmm.
because you tested on 10 or 100 users. But as more user join you, and every part of the system from the APIs to the database start to feel the strength to tackle this, we moved from monolithic architecture to the microservice architecture. So microservice monolithic, like you have bunch everything into the under the hood,
Hmm.
and microservices like everyone have a different sector.
Yeah.
There is a number of service for everything, for every single point of view there is a service. So where each part of the platform runs as its own service. This made it easier to scale individual part. Like there is a education part, suppose there is in education there is a student, there is a teachers. So it is very easy to scale individual parts of the system without affecting others. So we also leverage the cloud platform, as I mentioned, AWS, to scale based on demand automatically via using a load balancer or elastic search. There is a thing come to the picture.
Hmm.
So yeah, this is the way we tackle the scaling issue, and the maintaining the performance of the platform when it is a grieving, it is the biggest challenge always.
Wow, like it's amazing, I must say. I, so my question to you is that you were a speaker at DevFest, right?
Right.
So can you give a message which you want to share with our young developers and with our audience as well? And this And what type of motivation would you like to provide to students who are currently on those mentoring phase? So what,
Yeah,
how you can?
yeah, sure. So the main message I try to share is, it's not only the student, for everyone, it myself as well.
Hmm.
The main, which is the stay curious and keep learning. If you are 20, then also learn a thing, and if you are 60, then also you
Hmm.
need to learn a thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
the technology evolves so fast, and what's popular today might be outdated tomorrow, right? So
Hmm.
whenever we think about the technology and programming language, COBOL, it is very popular at some time, but after that
Hmm.
it took a seat by the Java. Then Java, it is popular, might be nowadays, might be next day take a seat another language.
Hmm.
AI, ML, it is coming to the pictures.
Yeah.
So that's why important to focus on core skill, problem solving, clean code, and good architecture. Those things never go out of the style. If you want to build any platform, you need a problem solving. First mind should be problem solving. Without problem solving, you cannot do anything. You should be
Hmm.
design architecture better way, how to scale, how to optimize the performance. At the same time, do not afraid to experiment the new technology as well, like AI, ML. It is very evolving right now. Like Devin, we saw that it will be fail, or it will be, I don't know, we called as a failed or we called as a, but never do afraid. There is
Hmm.
only two outcomes: either you learn or either you will be succeed. There is no failure things come to the picture. So try a new programming language, try a new framework or tools, and stay open to learn a new things. That more curious you are, so that more you will be grow. So that is the only thing which I can pass to the young developer, or to the developer, we can say.
So as you mentioned problem solving, so how important is DSA in tech industry?
Yeah.
When we talk about DSA, data structure and
Hmm.
problem solving, it is providing you to think about how we can achieve such a kind of a functionality, or such a kind of a thing into the better way. Okay, once that is the problem, suppose we have a problem and we can think, if you give a problem to 10 student or 10 developer, they can think accordingly, and they can come with you 10 solutions. But important part is how you think a better way, optimized way, scalable way to solve that problem first. Once you
Hmm.
solve the problem, then coding part or then data structure part come to the picture. Okay, so data structure, we can say there is a, like BST is there, linked list is there, stack queue, many thing is there. That thing provide you, you solve the problem. Okay, you solve
Yeah.
the problem in your mind, in your
Hmm.
layman language.
Yeah.
Ki, one problem I have, and I solve the problem in my mind, I wrote it down on a paper, and that is the layman language. Now you want to shape that solution. So
Hmm.
whenever shaping is the come to the picture, that time data structure come to the picture, and how the way you are shaping, it is decided by the data structure. Take an example: you have an array, and that remove the element into the array, duplicate element into the array. Okay, that is the problem or problem statement. So many
Hmm.
people start with for loop, iterate a for loop, remove. Then what about the time complexity? It will be n, because it is a get iterated n.
Yeah.
Many go with a set. Set never store the value of a duplicate.
Duplicate.
So time complexity get reduced. So there is a n and there is a one. It is a get difference. And whenever user look at one, it is a far good as comparatively to the n.
Hmm.
So the shaping, it's come to the picture. So the problem solving, it is very important, and always be a problem solver. And then how want to you want to shape better way, so that will be decided data structure. And it is very much important. You can, once you a problem solver, and you have a good idea about the how to solve better way problem, then you can survive industry with AI or without AI. But if you are not a problem solver, you are not survive into the industry with AI or without AI as well.
Without AI. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is must.
So problem solving is definitely important. So
Yeah,
another main aspect where the freshers tend to cut is open source. How
right.
important is open source in today's world, and how's your experience in that?
Yeah,
Mm.
so open source, if you're talking about as a point of view
Projects.
of a open source, it is if we're talking about juniors who want to
Mm.
contribute open source. So the my advice is to start from a small, take a problem of a small and start solutioning it. Then you don't have to contribute to high project right away. Beginning by working on something simple like a flexing, like a fixing a bug or improving documentation of a open source project you are interested in. As you get a more comfortable, you can take a problem size a more and a bigger challenging, like a building a feature or improving
Yeah.
the performance of the application. So the
Mm.
open source community, it is a very welcoming for everyone, and it is a great way to learn from others developer how they write a code, how they think, and how you can think, and how you can scale, and how you can grow while giving a back.
Mm.
Also great way to build your skill and get noticed into the tech world. And some of the time whenever you do such a kind of thing, so you might be get some uh, good offers, or you can might be get good connect with the good people, and that will be very helpful for you as well in the professional track. It's for junior and it is for everyone to
Mm.
contribute. And once you contribute, it is a give and take relationship.
Take.
As a junior developer, I give, sorry, take to open source from the some senior or experts. Now whenever I will be the senior, then it will be take
Mm.
or give, we can say, sorry, it will be give. So such a kind of the open source contribution should be happen, and it will be get recognized by the tech world if you do really good jobs. So it will be very helpful for the career wise as well.
Like I have been a part, like currently also I am in a part of many open source, like in GSSOC, that is Girl Script Summer of Code Extended, and also Winter of Blockchain as a project admin. And I was also recognized as one of the top mentor in GSSOC 24 this year, but I was a contributor last year. Yeah. So
Yeah,
when you were speaking about, taking small steps and then advancing yourself, this reminded me of my own, backlash story,
yeah,
where
yeah, yeah,
I was a contributor. Now I'm project admin and recognizer mentor.
yeah,
Like,
it should, yeah, that's great.
yeah. So, what is the most memorable achievement which you are proud of?
Memorable achievements, if we talking about the memorable achievements, like that, the one thing which I get a 30 under 30 list. And then there is the hackathon which I get recognized by many healthcare system to implement such a kind of thing. And there is a many, it's cannot say one thing, but yeah, there is a many, like winning a national level hackathon, or come under the 30 under 30 list. So that are the which is I found it is always memorable achievements to receive award, very prestigious people. And it will be get recognized by the very well known people. So and it will be get recognized by uh, we can say like people who are do a very good job into the tech industry, and whatever industry you are, and it will be sometime they are a role model for you, and taking or sharing thought with them, it is always memorizable.
Definitely, achievements are always memorable. So,
Right.
what's that one particular piece of advice that which you had received in your early days that would have changed your career path? What's that one piece of advice that you would have received in your early stages that would have helped you improve your career path?
There is a very interesting advice which I received very good human being or one person. Might be it is informal, but yeah, he gave me the advice, and I always make sure I follow that advice. Never ever marry any technology. Okay, so I also laugh like you guys are laughing. So that thing says that technology are coming and technology are vanish as well.
Hmm.
So don't tightly bound with a technology. Whatever things come in your plate, you can finish it, whatever it may be. So that is a very interesting advice which I get, and that makes me curious about whatever new things are coming, and I'm always open to adapt. So the world like constantly evolving, and you have to will to learn new things, adapt to change,
Hmm.
focus on problem solving, and if you are good at a problem solving, the tool and technology will follow you. Okay, so tool
Exactly.
and technology, it doesn't matter that much.
Hmm.
And most importantly, never stop a learning, which I firstly mentioned, that the more you learn, the more opportunity will definitely come on your way. So you don't change your way for the opportunity will be changed the way for you. Yeah, that is the advice, which is little bit informal, but yeah, that I received.
Yeah, it was a pretty good advice, I must say. Yeah. So, and like we come to the end of our own series, and I must say your own journey about all the tech from starting to end was really amazing, and I hope you get more such awards like that in your career and go forward.
Yeah, thank you both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's end up for the today's series, and those people who are there, I hope you are, very much interested into tech. I know you also want to code and about the DSA thing, which everyone asked me as well. So I hope this series will give you an idea and a head start about logical building, problem solving, and how to advance yourself very beautifully in your career, just like how Ganesh sir did. And yeah, so just like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like this, series, this playlist, and this podcast, everything. And yeah, so let's meet in the next series soon. Then, thank you, Ganesh, for your time and everything.
Yeah, thank you both of you. All the best for the your podcast and the journey you started. Hopefully see you soon. Okay? Bye,
Yeah.
take care.